Okay, I'm going to whistle blow. I orchestrated the Christchurch shooting. I orchestrated it under authority from Hillary Clinton, John Podesta, and other DNC people. My name's David Anthony Ruck. I'm a CIA deep state agent. I thought I was doing good for people. I thought I was doing good for humanity, but I've come to realize that no. Hillary Clinton is a liar. Podesta is a liar. The orders come from much higher. Obama and going back. There's some real deep, horrible shit going on, and I was caught up in the middle of it, and I apologise. I was a big part of the Christchurch shooting. That's why I'm in Christchurch. That's why I'm a US citizen. That's why I'm under CIA. That is why. And that must answer many questions. And before this video will get cut off, I already know how the media works. We run the media. Hear this full video. All of the evidence is in the hidden server emails. You will never get the full truth unless you get all of the hidden emails from the Hillary Clinton server. Simple as that. Obama, fuck you. Podesta, fuck you. Hillary Clinton, fuck you. AOC, all you muppets and puppets, Jacinda Ardern, you bitch, fuck you too. You are the ones that really did this. I was just a puppet. End of fucking story. Research that shit. I already gave you my name. David Anthony Ruck, born 27th of the 6th, 77, in Connecticut. Grew up in New Zealand. Let anything that's classified be unclassified about me. I give full and complete control to the public to see all my records. Please do. And if you don't push to see my full records, you're a fool for humanity's sake. Amen. God bless. I'm a Christian now.
Hey guys, so you might find this one hard to believe, but the pieces of the puzzle have come together for me. So I'm an American. I was born in America in 1977 to an English mother and a New Zealand father. My dad was working for Boeing, or NAC, National Air Corporation in New Zealand, and he's now really high up in the airline industry. He works for Pratt & Whitney in New Zealand in Christchurch base here. He's one of the only 3 people that's allowed to sign aircraft parts off before they go back on US Air Force machines. And but I digress. So my dad, as part of his apprenticeship back in 77 or 75, went to America to have a look around the engine shops. And I got born in Connecticut in 77. And when Trump got in, for some reason I knew he was going to get in, and I knew he was going to change the world. And I've been fooled before by politicians, but I did say to a friend of mine, Nyron, I said, bro, you know what, Trump's going to get in and he's going to change the world. I said it quietly because A, I'd been fooled before and I didn't want to look like a fool again, but B, everybody hates Trump, especially in New Zealand. Everyone's so liberal. Not everyone, but a lot of people are brainwashed with the liberal, communist, socialist agenda that they don't realise is covertly taking over. And Trump is the wrench in the works of that one, isn't he? So, Bush mentioned 1,000 points of light, and it had something to do with CIA. And I was born in 77, alright? So, I know what's going on. The business plan for the world, because forget countries, there's some evil stuff been going on for generations, and so stop thinking in a 5 or 10 or even 50-year time frame. This plan to conquer the planet has been going on for quite some time. And the 1,000 points of light, I strongly, okay, let me put it like this. The shooter in Christchurch here, he was an Australian, apparently. Nationality is a big deal right now, even though to the evil family that's trying to take over the world it's not. Legally it is. So America first, and American US foreign nationals. Now the technology being used here is something out of this world. You guys can't comprehend it yet. I know some of you can, but not many. But you better all start studying technology, algorithms, and resonance frequencies, and mind manipulation. You all better get onto that research ASAP. Symbolism, triggers, keywords, not just from an IT perspective, but from a real-time perspective. Manipulating people's behaviours, nurturing them, categorising them. Everyone's been put into groups, and we all have certain triggers, and these triggers will either make someone go crazy and kill someone, or they'll just put someone to sleep, or they'll make someone go, oh, you're nuts, whatever, bro. Okay? This is in all sectors internationally. So, 1,000 points of light. Everyone, well, I certainly have been wondering what the 1,000 points of light are, and, well, I'm one of them. Okay? Let me explain how that works. So, it's got something to do with the end game for the New World Order agenda. They had anticipated that through the $28 trillion that's been spent and lost and unaccounted for from the US taxpayer to the Pentagon to the CIA, they have developed some amazing technology, and it's been going on for a long time. And they have trained up and nurtured 1,000 people, 1,000 points of light. Okay? And they were going to execute an amazing world event, stage a world event that would show the return, first of all, destruction on the planet, and then they would show the return of Christ, which would have been fake, and that would have been the Antichrist, and everyone would have gone, yes, save me, and all you got to do is put a chip in your hand, something along those lines, and then that would have been it. They would have controlled us all and killed off anyone who didn't agree with the New World Order or who knew the truth. Right? If you don't believe it, you better go do a bit of research, mate. So 1,000 points of light. So I'm one of them. Now the problem that the deep state are facing right now is that Trump got in, and his administration, before they even got in, they knew who the bad guys were. There's been a plan getting developed for quite some time now to covertly watch these MFers and plot out their plan, figure out who is where in their plan, who's a puppet, who's an evil person, and who's a sheep, and targeted individuals out there like me. You were a threat to their plan, and that's why you've become a targeted individual and you're a bit confused. So if you got big on the internet, if you got big in politics, if you got too big in media, you got shot down, didn't you? And your life got ruined and everyone thinks you're nuts, eh? Yeah. Well, 1,000 points of light. So I was put in numerous boys' homes growing up. I was given vaccines. When you were born in the States in 1977, you got circumcised, which is a traumatic event, isn't it, for a baby? And then you got given shots to cover, I don't even know, mumps, rubella, something like that. Anyway, I've got a really strong feeling that is a concoction. It's a traumatic event, being circumcised as a baby, and then to be given the shots prepares you for a lifetime of seeding and nurturing as an MK Ultra victim. I mean, MK Ultra is the old school way of doing it, but since the technology has been getting developed, I have been like a little frickin' sheep or something to these evil bastards, and they were planning to activate me, and then Trump got in, and you can't activate me now, can you? Because Trump's got the keystone. He's got the keys literally to all this technology. This Delta Force is a big part of this. Right, so let me explain that a little bit deeper even. So when Podesta the Molester couldn't activate me, and they can't activate anyone in Iran or Vietnam or Russia, because Russia, China, Vietnam, Iran, Syria, Israel, all the good guys in those places, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of bad guys in power, but the bad guys have had their communications cut off, they've had their weapons cut off from them, and they've been taken over by the good guys. There's like a worldwide hijacking, like Hunt for Red October, on a bigger scale. And so the puppets who are in power and being told what to do don't even realise that, well, they are now, they know now that they haven't got access to these weapons, they haven't got access to the 1,000 points of light, they don't have access to most of their weapons. But the countries who aren't on board yet with the plan, like New Zealand and Australia, unfortunately, anyone who's a targeted individual in Australia or New Zealand, and don't forget I'm a US citizen in New Zealand, you're still susceptible to being weaponised by these mother effers, alright? So everyone must be starting to realise now there's something big going on, and you're right. You're not nuts. There is something big going on, and everyone better start asking their governments some serious questions. Their councils, everything is infiltrated by evil scumbags or puppets, and media people. You know, you're just a puppet. You know, on a nice salary with a nice house, but you're a puppet, and you are helping to brainwash the public. And it's all coming to an end, obviously, with QAnon asking all the right questions. And here's the evidence, indisputable. When Trump says America first, that means that because he's got control over the CIA, the FBI, the DOJ, the Pentagon, even though there's still some high-powered evil people in those agencies, Trump, as Commander-in-Chief of the US military, overrides all of it. So they're working very hard to take him out, but it's not going to happen because the patriots within the US military absolutely will not let it happen. And the guys at top level have lost access to their communications. They're finding it difficult to talk to each other now worldwide. And even bigger is that the 1,000 points of light that Bush Senior was talking about, me being one of them, have been taken over by the good guys. And I'm waking up to this horrendous realisation that, yeah, they destroyed my family, they divided me and my family, made me look like a lunatic, but the good guys all along also did work with me, hijacked me occasionally and planted little seeds. And now my life is making a ton of sense, absolute sense, that, you know, I did all these major things on the internet, in politics. I had a stab at them with the Pakeha Party, 0199.co.nz, which got ruined by Freemasons. I mean, the story goes on and on and on. I did radio and TV, but I kept getting shut down, and my life would get ruined, and I'd get made to look like an idiot. And I used to be a big rave DJ and throw big raves, got kicked out of that scene as well. So there has been a big battle going on for quite a long time. And Deep State, New World Order, globalists, you lost, didn't you? It's over. Podesta the Molester, Hillary Clinton, scumbags, Obama, all put into government, all given those positions of power because they sold out. They sold their souls to the frickin' devil for money, for fame, for power, and they lost. And just as a side note, this goes back before Christ even. Amen. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Anonymous, WikiLeaks, President Trump, my president. Love you, bro. And your family. Just love everyone. It's all about love. And the only thing you can do about this is research it, educate yourself, wake up. And it's a horrendous thing waking up. We're all brainwashed in some way. Some of us more than others. Some of us had, you know, there was an agenda. And they have used nefarious technology like you wouldn't even believe. So figure out who you are, get back with your family, because they divided families, and get your families back together ASAP. And there's going to be a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, and a lot of hurt, and you're just going to have to, as a family, realise that the people on the other side of the planet don't matter. Okay? Your kids matter, your mum and dad matter. They're the only ones that care about you. Your cousins, your uncles and aunties. It's all about bringing it back into yourself and your family first, and then your neighbours. We are so scattered around the world on this internet. Internet was developed by evil people. Yo, what's up now, deep state? Well, eventually you'll come to the realisation that there are no countries, there are no governments, there's only one government that's been running the world for a long time. And while we all vote for our leaders, the reality is that they're not really our leaders. You're going to get to this realisation soon, because someone has covertly organised an attack against these scumbags, and I don't even know how to put it. Like, there's no New Zealand, there's no Australia, there's no America. The Western world has been captured a long time ago. I know I sound nuts, but someone has been giving me amazing covert messages, waking me up slowly, educating me. Someone knew what was happening. Maybe 100 years ago, maybe a couple of 100 years ago. At least since World War II anyway. This is real deep. We have been enslaved by a group of people who it appears to be bloodlines. So when you hear follow the money, where is all the money going? Look at all the pain and suffering around us. We are in a communist state. We just don't realise it yet. And they've covertly come in, they've covertly taken over, they've covertly bought out the companies, they've covertly infiltrated the military, ruined the equipment, ruined us psychologically. They have done a lot of damage, making us think the whole time that we're free, whilst attacking the foundations of who we are. That's why there's so much division now. That's why we're all fighting with each other. That's why we're all so dumb. Man, it's pretty magnificent what they've done. That's why JFK was shot. But he didn't realise how bad it was. In America, these guys, whoever these people are, they had very cleverly taken over the administrations of each country. And when someone gets into that office, they get told. In fact, these days, when someone gets put in the office, they already know they're going to work for these scumbags. Except they didn't think Hillary would lose. I get it now. The good guys put Trump in there, and he wasn't supposed to get in there, because that's the command center. From there they can undo all of these horrendous laws, legislations, procedures, and they can start to expose all of the criminal elements that have been put into the administration. And that's what's happening. There's a massive unraveling going on at the moment about the FBI, the CIA, the Pentagon, the military, the law enforcement agencies at the top levels, not the little people. The people who sign off the legislations, the laws, those are the people who have been bought and paid for a long time ago, before they even get voted in there or put in there. That's what's happened. So while we all have our flags that we wave for New Zealand and Australia, the Western world is been taken over, mate. And that's why Putin kept saying he can't do anything until America wakes up. And that's what's happening. That's why Trump's going, the Great Awakening, America first. These people, whoever they are losing their power. There's a great army of great people with amazing abilities, covertly working very hard to reaching out to people like me. And now you, that's why you're seeing this video, to let you know we were enslaved a long time ago. The Western world was infiltrated. It's had the blood sucked out of it, weakening us. And they were about to install the final solution. That's why certain people on the internet at the moment are saying, when you know you cannot sleep. The communications have been taken over. As in the good guys have cut off the main arteries to the money and the abilities and power. For the time being, there is a war going on right now. It's a very serious war. Just because it's not on the street doesn't mean you can't see it, but it could easily erupt onto the street. When you wake up to realise that the reason that you hate your mum, the reason you hate your dad, the reason your kids hate you, the reason you're having all these problems is because it's been our education systems, our financial institutions, our corporations have been infiltrated and corrupted intentionally to dumb us down, to make us hate each other, to divide and conquer. That's what's happened. And there's a team of amazing people who are working very hard to make sure this final solution doesn't get installed, because you do not want this final solution. Because if there's no use for you, you're dead, mate. They've done what they needed to do. They've used us as much as they needed us, and now they just don't need us anymore. Most of us are going to get rid of. They're going to take the children to rape and use as slaves, back in chains again. We're all chained in the mind at the moment. And the quicker you frickin' realise this, research it, look at history, look at the wars, look at the movements of the bloodlines, and look at the corruption of the education system, the political systems, look at the degradation of humanity over particularly the last 50, 60 years, since World War II anyway, and World War One. The truth is the wars never ended. You know, everyone thinks, oh yeah, we won, and they have these big victory days and all that, but the truth is the wars didn't end. The enemy just went underground. They actually won, made us think we won, so we all thought we were free, and they just have been controlling things from the shadows. Do you get it? That's why the Bible says what it says. Because this has been going on for 2,000 years. Now, whether you believe in God or not doesn't matter. Listen to this next bit. Jesus Christ walked out of the house of David because he knew what their plan was, and he didn't agree with it. And he walked out, and he was an activist. He was walking around covertly telling people what the horror was that was coming to humanity. And the Bible has got lots of coded messages in it. This is big, man. Eventually they caught him, put him on a cross and nailed him to the cross. Because he was giving up the plan. And the Bible, the scriptures, with the Dead Sea Scrolls, you better read all of them. The Bible is like, not the entire message. The Bible is what they allow us to have so that Christians won't stand up and fight. But a true Christian soldier is a soldier. But Christians were beaten, mate. And to make us content and complacent, they said, oh, Jesus is going to come back and save us all, and just bow down and submit. Bullshit. That's not what Jesus Christ was saying. He was warning us covertly, you've lost we've lost, and a day will come where you will need to rise up again. You will need to wake up. The Bible talks about the Great Awakening. This is the reason for it. Do you get it, mate? And if you're asking what you're supposed to do about it, it's about educating yourself. Because at the moment, the technology has been taken over by the good guys. The algorithms, they are covertly waking people like me up. I mean, come on, I'm sitting here making this video, and me? I can't believe I'm making this video. And when Trump says America first, it's because they're waking America up first. Now, what's up is down. Literally, what's up is down. Not all heroes wear capes, and not all capes wear villains. That's the reality. People parading around on TV as if they're a hero are actually the enemy, or they are a puppet of the enemy. Our education systems, all those papers, the way we get taught to do maths, science, psychology, is a little bit skewed. It's wrong, and it's done intentionally so that they were hoping we'd never wake up to this reality. I get it now. And what they were about to do was they were about to activate some triggers to make us all run out on the streets and fight each other and kill each other, and they were going to sit back and laugh because we're just the slaves. We're animals to them. We are nothing to them. And if you're sitting in some nice cushy house with a nice cushy job going, well, my life's alright, well, it wasn't about to be. And you're seeing signs all around you. I know you're seeing signs all around you. I have been miraculous signs. There are no coincidences, mate. Over a long period of time, the good guys have been planting little things because they had a plan of their own, and right now is the time they're activating all those things. And some things look like miracles, but really what it is it's a very well thought out plan that has been very cleverly, covertly hidden, and now is the activation time. Trump getting into power is a sign that this is the time. Christians, you need to realize that Christ is righteous, as in enough is enough. The laws have become absurd. Everything is absurd. Everything is upside down. But do not sit down and submit. Christ is the confidence to stand up for what's right for humanity, for your brothers and sisters, for humanity, mate. And everyone else who doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, you are lost. It doesn't mean you're lost forever. It doesn't mean we don't love you. It means you need to read the scriptures and understand this is the truth, mate. This is why there's so much pain and suffering in your life, and you're so confused, and everyone's running around in circles, laughing and thinking they're having fun, but you know you're hurting. This is why. But Christians also need to realize they need to open that Bible back up and read it with new eyes and ears. What's the key? Who's the angel? Listen to this again and start your journey ASAP, because it's about the slaves, us, waking up to this reality that nothing is as it seems, mate. God bless you. Love you. Bye.